What are you laughing at?
Because I was going to bring us in. You go ahead and bring us in.
That's an ongoing joke every show. Bring us in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give us the official Dave Weber, Channel 6, Shirley's, The Old Days, the folk singer. Bring us in.
You just did.
Go.
JJ, the old days are still here.
And so are the two old men.
But the days don't die.
No, our bodies die.
Yes, our bodies die.
I remember in the old disco days, back in the late 70s, I would take a nap and get up at like 10 or 11 to go out. And I wouldn't get in till like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. I'd be covered with sweat from dancing. And I used to have this thing, I'd get 6 Canada Dry, 3 orange, 3 grape, and I'd drink about 3 of them because I don't drink. Now, it's 8:30, and I'm sitting on my sofa, and man, I can't even get up.
Absolutely. And the time you fall asleep is in the morning after you tried to sleep all night.
And then you got to get up. So let me ask you, what's happened to us?
It's our, what kind of a clock is it? It's the body clock. I can't think what the word for it is. But it just gets screwed up when you get older.
I hate it.
It changes.
I hate it.
I'm tired at 10 o'clock, sitting down watching TV, and I get tired, and I say, I'm going to go to bed. And I go up to bed, and I just lay there and stare.
Right. I find that I'm tired when I get up. I'm like the Tin Man. I need oil. Everything I walk funny up the steps.
Oil pan.
Right. But then when I get in bed, like you, I can't sleep.
And then when you really sleep, it's about 5 a.m.
That's exactly right.
And then you get up at 8 o'clock and you're exhausted.
That's exactly right. That's true.
And
Why is that?
I don't know, but it ain't going to change.
Now, remember a couple shows ago I made that speech where you take 10 pills a day and I take... Well, ever since then, I've got a pain in my left side. I thought I might have had gallstones. I've been cramping, minor headaches.
No fun.
So now I'm realizing either God cursed me or I shouldn't have said it because I jinxed myself. But lately I'm starting to feel it. I've got to be honest with you. And I'm telling you, I get scared.
I think you folks at home there.
We can see you.
Enjoy your lives.
Right?
When you're 20 or 25 or 30,
gosh.
don't complain about anything.
Oh my gosh, you don't know how lucky you are.
You have the power and the strength to change anything in your life.
You got time.
Yeah, when you get to be 80,
right, 70,
you're running out of time to change things, and you don't really have the power anymore.
Oh my gosh, that's so much the truth. But I did have a guy, I think I told you this, right? A couple of weeks ago, I was shooting a track meet at Iowa Western. And I told, you realize you can't run around as much as you used to, so you kind of...
Well, run around didn't mean the same thing.
Well...
Not around a track.
Well, that was my Wilmington days. But anyway, a guy comes up to me. I think he's the track coach at Lewis Central High School. And he goes, I'm older than you. I go, yeah, how old are you? He goes, 58. I went, you're a puppy, dog. I'll be 70 in November. You're 70, almost 70? Wow, you look great. But I didn't tell him. I can just put on the facade.
3 words you never want to hear.
I can feel it.
You look great.
Right. Don't say that to your wife.
For 78.
Don't say that to your wife. Or you look good. Don't say that to your wife.
Did you see that thing where the wife buys a new pair of slacks and President Lincoln's wife, Anne?
Yeah.
And she puts them on and she says, Abe, do these pants make my butt look big?
Oh, yes.
And honest Abe, couldn't think of an answer.
What do you think he was thinking?
I know what he was thinking.
Right.
But he chose the right thing to say.
Right. Because most of the time, we don't. And then what happens?
Then you get in trouble.
That's right. We're in the doghouse.
Worse than having pants that make your butt
I'm
look
telling
big.
you, it hurts. Especially when you've been with someone for so long.
Well, you know each other so well.
Right.
And when something happens and someone tries to explain it, you kind of sit there and you look at them and you go, that's not what you really think.
Well, it's like we've talked about before, social media today.
Oh, God.
Today I married my love of my life. This is our 27th year anniversary, and I can't think of a better. And I'm like, bullshit. Everybody loses. Marriage is ups and marriage is downs. But if you truly care about someone, you see it through. What say you?
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. You may have a break. You may have a situation where you're apart a little bit.
Right,
But in the long run, especially if you have a family,
right. Well, family makes it 100 times more difficult.
because I know families who one member of the parents left and the family kind of fell apart, and it just breaks my heart.
Well, I was doing something recently, and I saw that this particular person had 2 kids. One was a teenager, one is before 10 years of age. And I mentioned to this person, assuming that this person was married, and this person said to me, no. So this person is raising children for the most part.
By themselves.
Right. So, and I told this person, that's tough. But I honored this person because I think it's, life doesn't always work out the way
Takes
you want.
guts.
And I do think in today's day and age, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like 50% divorce rate. So you can, as I effectively say, punch out anytime you want because it makes it easier. So I looked at this person and I applauded this person because I know it can't be easy.
I think the problem is the two people have to understand that earning a living so that your family can live and being a parent are two different things, but you have to have both of them. You can't have somebody go out and do all the work and make all the money, and the other person simply stay home and do everything at home with the kids. It has to be a combination.
You got to have a balance.
Yeah, and it's very difficult sometimes to achieve that.
Now, can we look ourselves in the mirror? Did we live to work or work to live? Yours truly can honestly say that for the longest time, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it,
Yeah.
gotta get it, gotta get it. I lived to work.
I do too.
Only as I've gotten older have I realized that, hey, let's work to live. I recognize that family is important, but I've also said to myself and to others at times, your life's not over just because you start a family. You should still be able to pursue your interests to a degree. Agreed?
Agreed.
Is that how it was for you?
Yes.
In what way?
Things I wanted to do and needed to do for myself, I was able to do. Sing, be in shows, act. But it's difficult to keep it fair,
Well, balanced.
Between the two people.
Now, I do say that for myself, I was there maybe 80% of the time for my children. I remember in between sportscasts or shows or whatever, I'd scramble down to a soccer game or to a band concert or to whatever. Now, I did miss a few things, but I always prophesized that your life's not over when you have children. You should be able to still be you. Now, there were times I probably didn't put my kids first. I put my career, my hobbies, whatever, my theater, whatever, first. But I still feel that, you have to find a balance. It's not over. Well, I know a lot of people think differently.
It's tough. Really tough.
How did you navigate it being Dave Weber, being in so much demand, emceeing, plays, whatever, singing, the Omaha Symphony? How did you navigate it all?
I don't think I did.
Did you think of your wife? Did you think of your kids? Or was
Yes.
it you? Because to me, sometimes it was me, me, me. I'm being honest.
Well, everybody has a me, me, me situation once in a while. But when you're in the public eye like we were,
Right, you were.
it's very easy to get swept up into that.
Right.
And then you say, oh, look, these people in Hollywood, they're all phony. They're not like they're in movies, but they're not really like that. Well, Yeah, but
Right.
you have to do what you have to do.
And what you did you do it for the fame, to be on TV? Or did you do it because you just liked it?
You forgot the money.
It wasn't about the money for me. It
I,
wasn't about the money. I did it for love of the game. I've said that before.
but you were the breadwinner in the family.
Not really. My wife worked too.
Oh,
We had a balance. So I never looked at. Now I did, like any starry-eyed fiance at the time, I did tell my wife or say to her, to paraphrase, that listen, eventually I'm going to make a lot of money, blah blah blah, that speech. It didn't happen. But that's life. So I did make that assessment and just try to put my wife at ease. Unfortunately for yours truly, as we've talked about before, it just never panned out the way that I thought it did. So my wife worked and I work. We make enough simply because my wife is the banker. She's the financial planner. We have a top-rated credit rating because of my wife. I don't even know how much I make. I don't even know how much we have in ours because I just entrust it to my wife. Now, maybe I probably should keep an eye on it a little bit more. I probably should know a little bit more. But that's the trust and love that I have for my wife.
if it's going well, why change it?
But I don't think a lot of people think like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
What about you? See, there's stuff that he can't say. I can just tell. But we've all had issues, Dave. We've all had those moments. I know I have, where you think the D word. You think the D word. You know the D word I'm not talking about the black shirts.
Yes, I do.
Okay. The divorce. We've all had that thought. And I would like to think that a lot of other people maybe have out there too.
You've heard of successful marriages, right?
What's the definition of a successful marriage?
Good times outweigh bad times,
Yes.
90% to 10.
Right.
Have you ever heard of a good divorce?
I've heard of amicable divorces. We get along so well. So I don't know.
We're even dating again after we got
Yeah.
divorced. Yeah.
God. So
It's a difficult end to a situation. Difficult in so many ways, and nobody is truly happy about it. And yet, there's a relief there, and yet there's, you don't know you're going to be older.
See, but I think our generation buys into and believes death till us part. I don't know if that's the same thinking today. When you're up in the altar, if today's couples, and I don't know. I know I bought into it.
You make commitments.
Yes.
And you really should
Yes.
adhere to them. Yeah.
To me, it's like sports. You don't win them all. That's what I try to tell kids if anybody would ever ask me to come talk. You're not going to win all the time. You're going to lose. And we're going to find out who you are when you don't fare as well as you think you will. But I don't think a lot of people are prepared for that today. I think people, well, I don't really know. I don't know.
I don't think marriage is something that you get a participation ribbon.
No, my God, don't get us started on that.
But you don't get a winner and a loser either.
No. You're going to win and you're going to lose during the course of your relationship.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it should, perchance, it will help divide you at times, but you don't even realize it, but it helps strengthen that invisible bond. And if you truly care about someone, I mean, if you're getting married just to jump in bed, forget it. Right? Boy, I'd love to know what's going through your mind right now.
Just exactly what you said. If that's your main goal,
If that's your main goal is to jump in bed, big deal.
then getting married might not be the answer.
Correct. Maybe friends with benefits is. Because, I mean, that's all great, and you're young, and you have full of vitality and all that stuff, but that shouldn't be all that matters. But everybody's love language is different. What's your love language?
I have no idea. What do you mean?
What makes you happy? What you would wish your spouse would help give you at times? What's your love language? Some people's love language is sex. Some people's love language is being the follower. Some people's love language is simply help around the house. What's your love language?
I remember a line from Seinfeld
Oh my gosh, here we
that
go.
I never put it in context before, but when I heard it, I understood it. Serenity now, insanity later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's marriage.
Well,
Have you ever heard the people that go, oh, for 40 years we've never had an argument? Bullshit.
everybody argues.
Everybody disagrees at a certain level.
But my favorite people in the whole world are the ones who've kept their marriages together.
Right.
And it's not a false front that they portray.
It's a real
It's an
front.
honesty.
Right.
It's honesty, yeah.
When I get around my kids, the moment they hear my wife and I get into a little tizzy, they're, oh my God, oh my God.
Again, yeah.
And I want to say to them, you have no idea. You have no idea. You enjoy this grace period now because it's not always going to be this way. And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm just telling you the truth. So you can look at us and think, oh my God. But tonight we'll be good. An hour from now, because we know each other. We care about each other. Sometimes we have a weird way to show it, especially around the children. Then it's, oh my God. Oh my. You don't get it. Agree?
I remember being young, Mom and Dad arguing all
the time. My parents too.
And I would go to bed. We had a little black and white TV.
I remember. Remember when you got color? It was a big deal.
I'd watch the TV, and there was a show called Divorce Court.
Yes.
And you walked through the opening to the courtroom, and above the door was, "Dear God, please make Mom and Dad stop fighting." And I said, "Oh my God, I've said that 1,000 times in a prayer." I really did. And all of a sudden, it's above the divorce court doors. Somebody else thought that too?
Right.
I never forgot that.
We're not alone. I have pictures in my photo album. A couple of them on a certain Thanksgiving day that I can't recall. It had to be in the 70s. And I can just tell by the expression on my face and others that even on this holiday, my parents were fighting. And we were all like, you clam up.
Oh, yeah.
My father, who liked to indulge in alcohol a little bit,
Beer.
he used to come home and he used to say some of the foulest things to my mother because he grew up in inner city Baltimore. And he'd come up and sit on my bed because I was a little league football player back then. And he'd sit on my bed, 3 boys sleeping in the same room, and I was the youngest. And he'd start going, tum, 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 tum. Hey, JJ, you make the All-Stars, JJ? And of course, I look like I'm
living his
signing on.
life through you.
Yeah. The one night my father got in a fight with my brother. They fell on my bed. And I don't even know if I screamed or whatever. So no marriages are perfect. But I remember coming down on Christmas morning and man, you thought it was all laid out. When you're a child, everything is so much bigger. It was wonderful. I remember the times that my mother and father would embrace and blah, blah, blah. So you remember the good times. But why is it like sometimes in losing and defeat or parts you don't get and play, whatever, why is it that you remember those more than the victories? Or is that the case?
I don't know. Honest to God.
All of a sudden, he's run out of energy.
I don't know what I know the difference, but I don't know why those things happen.
So what advice can we give to people about matrimony, about relationships, through our over 150 years of living on this planet?
Oof.
Yeah, I know, yeah, that doesn't sound good, that number. What do you want to say to people? Let's help them if we can. If anybody watches this.
Read our book.
My book. But my book's about I actually wanted to entitle my book. Now I can't remember it. You don't always win, you know, but I forget what I actually wanted to entitle it. Oh, dreams don't always come true.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I wanted to entitle my book, but I didn't. I called it J.J. a Block Raven, and it chronicles my television career, my ill-fated television career.
But that's true in anything. Dreams don't always come true.
Well, but see, from your viewpoint, but from mine, I look at you and go, whatever your dreams were, they appear to me look like some of them have come true.
Ask me who is happier with their career than I am, and I'll tell you,
Who?
nobody.
Right. Ask me who was not happy with their career other than me. Ask me.
Who's happier with their career other than you?
Everybody. And I call a spade a spade.
That's not fair. Not
No, but I call a spade, man. I told you a couple shows ago. It depends on the day. But the bottom line is, I didn't get to where I wanted to get. So it's winning and losing. But oh yeah, I've tried this. That's important. Victory is in the attempt. But I do look at you from afar and go, ah,
careful what you wish for.
yeah, that's what everybody says. But I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting that wish just to see if I can handle it. Because I always say, if I ever made it, if I ever made a lot of money, how would I respond? I'd like to think that I'd stay the same way. You have?
Yeah, I have.
You're the same guy?
There's a lot of joy in being someone who other people admire and look up to and enjoyed doing watching what they do for a living.
But even more so when they meet you, unlike some people that we know, you're the same guy.
Well, that's I said
That's
that
what
before
endeared people to you. You're the same guy. It's no bullshit.
before I figured that out. That was the truth, and it always will be. But you have to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, but I think that's a gift.
Oh, I do
Not
too.
everybody has it.
Not everybody has. That's why I
Yeah.
say you have to figure it out. If you don't figure it out, you wind up being two people, one on TV or the radio and another one in
Well, I
person.
figured it out too late, but I figured it out. Now it's too late. But you figured it out from K-Meg to WOWT. You knew right off the bat. No airs, no put-ons. Me, Dave Weber. And you're the same person.
It's kind of funny when you say it like that. And then turn around and say, I didn't have that kind of success in life. I think, I don't know how to answer that.
Well, see, in the end, what really matters, as I've come to realize after I've come out of the fog of television, what really matters in life is your wife and your kids. I have 3 kids right now who are doing pretty well, but I know from life's experiences that could change tomorrow. So right now, my wife's doing well, my kids are doing well. That should be, and it is, what's most important. My family, my kids. Even though I haven't always been there for them, I've realized that. And now they're all gone. But you know what? Good. You got to leave the nest. I miss you. I love you. I'd like to see you. But it's not going to kill me. Now, I can't say that about my other half. But for me, it's life, man. And I know they love me. And they know I love them too. But sometimes you got to let them go. And I'm telling you.
There are things you have to accept.
Yes. And I've come to accept it later in life, not in the beginning. Got to make it, got to make it, got to make it, got to make it. My brother used to think my father put a chip in me. Some chip that just made me go, go, go.
Maybe he
go,
did.
go. No, I'm not a cat.
No. Maybe he did instill in you
He did.
that kind
Two
of
words.
competitive.
2 words. Never quit.
Be great.
Never quit. You're great. Be great. You're the definition of be great. I'm the definition of never quit. Because I haven't. And you're still great. You're reading books. You go to Shirley's. People remember you. So I admire you, man. And you're this. If people could come in and see us, it's the same. We're the same. Oh, now he's introspective.
Well, I am because I'm trying. really did make an effort to be the same person
Dave, you shouldn't have to try.
off the air. No, well, you see, you've seen it in the business.
Oh, I see a lot of people that are
change.
phonies. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I see a lot of actors who are phonies.
But I tried to be the same person. I told you, the day it all changed for me was, oh gosh, 45 years ago maybe at Channel 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got off the 6 o'clock, I was sitting down, the phone rang. When are you getting here? And I go, what the hell is this? Getting, how much time do I have? I didn't even know what they were talking about. Okay, what's the best way to go? So and so and so and so and so, and then you get there. And it's right there on the corner, right? Right, okay. So I jump in the car and I take off, not knowing where I'm going or why I'm supposed to be there, because I didn't write it down. And so I get to the place and I walk in and it's a Little League banquet. And I said, oh, of course. I remember being asked to be the speaker. And I go up on stage, finally, he's here, Dave Weber, and they all clap. And then I walk up and I start just telling baseball stories. And at the end of the day, at the end of the night, they all stand up and start clapping. And I said, that's fine, you can do that. But next time, write it down, and so you'll remember where the hell you're supposed to be. And people that expect you to be there aren't going to worry about it. They'll know that you're going to be. So I started getting those yearly planners.
Yeah.
I have them
on my desk.
I have 35 of them. I've kept every one.
Right.
And I've noticed busy, and then the last 2 or 3 years, everything kind of drops off.
Well, what does it say that they waited for you? What does that say?
Oh, I didn't think of that. I just was embarrassed that
Well, that's on you. That's on you.
But I never said anything to them. I said I
but
forgot.
in the end, they waited for you, and they gave you probably a standing ovation, if I'm not correct. So what does that tell you about you? There were things that you could work on, obviously being more organized.
Yes. Oh, I was
But people
horribly
wanted
organized.
you for you, because even through that fog, you still remained you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I think that's why I always agreed to do those things.
You got a big heart.
Always.
You got a big heart.
Well, because people were nice and acceptable about it.
That's right. Because you're real. And I'd like to think we're both real. And that's it for this reel.
If anybody. Oh, we're almost out of
That's right.
time. I'm telling you, if anybody asks you to do something, you do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Coming from
You're not that different.
the Godfather himself will give us an offer that we can always not have to refuse. See you next time.
God bless.